right, ladies and gentlemen, I have just been sent in a very, very, very exciting album. Love Deluxe by Sade, a 1992 classic, one of those, album of the year albums that are like up there. It's within the top 30 on album of the year that I have not heard. One of the absolute most iconic, classic, beloved albums of all time that I've yet to get to. And I'm very excited to be listening to this today because everything I've heard from Sade has been absolute gas. It has been absolute fucking heat, dude. I think that quick little interjection throughout the start of this video, I refer to Sade as her because I didn't realize that it was a band and not a solo artist, so bear with me. I didn't realize until like halfway into this recording that was the case, that it was a band. Yes, apologies for that. Is one of the most fun, one of the most interesting, and also just in general one of the most memorable kind of pop soul artists out there. I think that her stuff is endlessly fascinating. I think that her ability to have such detailed and layered production on top of being such a great lyricist and an insane performer as a vocalist as well is just impressive as hell. And I'm so excited to be able to have a full project of hers listened to. Like I said, this album came out in 1992, 9 tracks, 45 minutes. Let's get into this. Track 1, No Ordinary Love. Wow. I gave you all that I have inside, and you took my love. Keep crying. I keep trying. Fucking hell, dude, the way that built there. Those guitars adding so much tension to this. Those backing vocals, man, so smooth. There's nothing like you and I, baby. God damn, dude. That bass line is fucking disgusting. Bass line's fucking disgusting. Damn, that nice added percussion in the back there, dude. You never knew it was supposed to be Sade. You always read it as just Sade. I was the same for a long time. Nice, just super simplistic synth. Oh my god. This song's just spoiling me at this point, dude. It's like, here, I've already given you the best shit ever. Here's more of it. Very much enjoy the lengthy runtime. Gives the space it needs to be. Absolutely. This song gets all of the time it needs to just fully flesh itself out. This instrumental gets to progress and morph and become something so seamlessly just satisfying and gorgeous. And even the way you get this extended fade out here, like a minute-long fade out. Beautiful. Absolutely fucking beautiful start to this album. I'm feeling like a high 9 on that song, dude. That was fucking stunning. 7.5 minutes of just absolutely entrancing soul music. Disgusting ass bass line, the percussion and the different layers of percussion that are layered on top of each other, the lead drum beat, the added toms, some of like the tapping sounds in the background, even that just all adds to this very intimate and cozy atmosphere, gives it more of like a kind of clicky feeling throughout this track. The little bits of guitar that are brought in to add tension, that very simplistic minimalist lead synth that comes in a couple points throughout the track as well. it really just unfolds into something that is so damn satisfying, that is so smooth and warm. And of course, you have to talk about Sade's electric vocal performance as she leads this track to entirely new heights, just from portraying so much emotion through even the simplest of melodies. I am absolutely in love with this first track. I went into this expecting this to be amazing, and I'm leaving this first track knowing this shit is going to be amazing. Fucking stunning way to kick this album off. Next up, we have Feel No Pain. Oh my... That bass tone is the best shit ever. Ooh. Those piano stabs, man. Just little extra bits of texture and character to this. Holy sh... And listen to the blues. This song, it's just got so much fucking aura. I love how dry the snare sounds. Like it's a very rounded out tone, but it's so dry, it's so nice. Especially for how blocky that kick sounds, it's a nice pairing. The instrumentation alone makes this an all-time great, but Sade and those backing vocals really take it up to that upper echelon, absolutely. This is ridiculously charismatic. Feel No Pain. The song's a 10. It's like every single element of this song is like co-lead of the track. The drums, the bass, the little bits of guitar that are thrown in there, the synths, Sade, the backing vocals. Everything feels like a lead element on this song. Everything is just as important and just as worth paying 100% attention to as the next. It's all just adding to this beautiful, deeply textured atmosphere that this track builds. Anything from the way the bass comes in with that incredible tone at the beginning of the song, the way the drums kind of have that nice, dead, dry snare sound mixed with the super blocky kick, the beautiful bits of acoustic guitar that are kind of laced throughout the back half of the track. Everything just kind of feels like it's adding to an atmosphere that, even without all of the immense detail, would already be fantastic, but it's all of the little bits and pieces, like a random throwing in a synth for a bar, or adding a little bit of acoustic guitar in a random bar in the midpoint of the song or something like that. Just little things that add character to this, little bits that add detail, little bits that flesh this out to something even stronger, and something that really brings it above and beyond to like 10 out of 10 status. I cannot believe how good this shit is. I cannot believe how immaculate of a production this is, how immaculate the performance from Sade is. This is just impressive on all fronts. I couldn't love you no more. I couldn't love you more, sorry. Jesus Christ, I can't read. I'm loving this shit, dude. Sade is just right up my alley. I love how soft those hi-hats are. I fucking love how soft those hi-hats are, dude. That's such a simple but such a fucking genius choice to have those hi-hats kind of feel like they're echoing off into the background like that. Holy shit. The details, man. I love having the big piano stabs in here. Obviously, everything else in this instrumental is either programmed or it's synths and stuff like that. But to have like this nice natural sound of a piano tethering it is altogether, it's so lovely. Absolutely a less is more project, dude. It's all of the tiny details that make this 100%. I love, like, even the lyrics, they're so simplistic, so easy to follow along with. There's no like metaphors that you have to pick apart. It's just direct, it gets straight to the point, and it allows Sade to shine as a performer as opposed to having to lock in on having it be very interpretive writing-wise. It feels like an album that's most focused on like just being as relaxing and chill as possible. And it's one of the best examples of that I've heard so far. Oh my fucking god. It's fucking over. It's over. You bring out a saxophone in the middle of a song like this, it's raps. more to come on that. If there's more tasteful ass saxophone like that. The fact that it's so used so sparingly. That was what, like 2-3 bars, something like that? So sparing. It just gives you a little taste of the best shit ever. And that's all this song needs. Crazy amount of restraint on display. Oh, and bringing it back a little bit at the end here too. Oh my god, dude. Wow. Feeling a solid 9 on that song, dude. Just drip feeding you extra little bits and pieces, like the piano stabs, kind of tethering the whole thing together with a nice natural flair, especially when paired with a lot of the synthetic elements and the programmed drums, the super soft hi-hats, the bass kind of being just this nice bed for the song to lie on, everything being so soft in that regard. And then you get a couple bars of the saxophone, and it fits so well. It's such a nice extra added bit of like, it feels like the first part of this album that has felt like a proper true lead element of the song, and then it's just there for a couple bars, pulls it away, and then it gives you a little bit more at the end. That is how you do restraint. That is how you do a rewarding ass instrumental. That is how you do something that just truly rewards patience in a way that's so fucking satisfying. Like, this album is so good at minimalism. It's so fucking good at minimalism in the way that it's actively rewarding you for being patient. And it doesn't need to do that by having crazy switch-ups. It doesn't need to do that by having, like, a big, massive payoff at the end. It's just a little bit of saxophone to set you down at the end. And that's all of the reward you need for being patient with this track and letting it build up its atmosphere. It's so good. Part of me wishes this album was an hour long. Like, I see the 45-minute runtime, and I'm like, damn, I could honestly be fine with 9 6.5-minute tracks of this, you know? This 4-track run-in coming is truly one of your favorites of music. You come back to it quite often. Well, we're starting with a song I've already heard, Like a Tattoo. Damn, starting with the acoustics is fucking lovely. This nice, like, very spacey production as well. This recording is beautiful. This track was inspired by a conversation with a war-torn Vietnam vet. Wow. Oh, those strings, wow. The way they're just slowly coming up here. Wow, that fucking bass, dude. The way it kind of rattles this whole track. Like the scar of age, written all over my face. I wear it like a tattoo. Got another solid to high 9 on that song, dude. A more emotional song here, a track that is tapping into such strong feelings of being presented with somebody who has faced such a harsh reality and seeing all of the light coming from him, but also feeling all of that darkness, and the way it kind of creates this kind of storm of emotions, and how she interacts with that mentally here is so fucking fascinating. One of the songs that I feel like is actually more lyrically driven than it is instrumentally driven, despite having a fantastic instrumental as well. The way those strings slowly come up towards the halfway point, those final moments there where the synths kind of fill out the high end of this track and kind of make it feel complete, like a final moment of resolution. Beautiful fade out at the end too. I also love how soft and subtle of a performance Sade is giving here. She is really just allowing her voice to be so kind of wispy and soft and allow this track to feel even more intimate than the previous handful. Like she's really letting you in on something that's kind of eating her up, and like she is, I don't know, feeling all of this emotion over again in real time. You have this emotionally sunken track that brings down the mood quite harshly, only to be brought back up immediately with the next track, one of the most uplifting moments you've ever experienced. We shall see. Yeah, Like a Tattoo is a fucking heater, dude. Kiss of Life up next. Oh, okay.
There must have been an angel by my side. Something heavenly led me to you. It's the color of love.
Wow.
Something heavenly came down
the idea of the kiss of life especially resonates with you. Again, the lyrical content, it's very direct and simple, but it's so gorgeous, so expressive. Oh my god. You know, it's like an obvious thing, like saying the voice is an instrument, because the voice is an instrument. But it feels like Sade specifically chooses to play her vocals more so like an instrument than most singers do. The way she constructs these melodies, the way she implements these pauses, the way she kind of is interacting with the tone of her voice as well, whether she's being more breathy or she's allowing the vocals to come through a little bit more strong and more enunciated. It feels like she's playing the voice kind of like a saxophone, especially with that little I repetition there. That sounded like she was playing like a fucking saxophone. She is using her voice in a way that literally feels exactly like she's playing an instrument, as opposed to like just talking, if that makes sense, like a lot of singers do. She is really utilizing her vocal range to the best of her ability here. It's breathtaking. Oh, I definitely want to listen to more Sade after this, 100%.
You gave me the kiss of life, kiss of life.
Just a brilliant, elevating track all around, yeah.
You wrap me up in color of love, gave me the kiss of life.
Yeah, this is like quite easily the most immersive song so far. Like, I just found myself getting 100% lost in how great this like more busy instrumental is. Like, I completely just forgot about everything I was doing. I forgot I was on stream. I forgot I was fucking on camera. I would just had my eyes closed and I was locked in with just how colorful and expressive and vibrant this instrumental is, how direct and gorgeously descriptive these lyrics are. Sade, again, giving a great performance, as you would expect here, kind of, again, just utilizing her voice like like the instrument it is, and displaying her range in tone, in her ability to craft such satisfying melodies, the way she uses pauses really well throughout this song to add emphasis to key parts of this track. It's so beautiful. This is just such a perfect storm of great production, great performance, great writing. Everything is just S tier here. It's all falling into place beautifully and providing an experience that I feel like, sure, while I can get similar experiences out of other albums, I've yet to see an album that does this style of like smooth soul quite as well as this has done so far. This has been just cruising in the S tier, high 9 to 10 out of 10 range the entire way through. And that song is another 10 for me. Quite handily. Sade fans will slaughter me for not giving every track a 10. I've given all of the songs like solid 9s to 10s. This album is going to be in the high 9 out of 10 range in terms of the final score. Like, Sade fans have nothing to worry about. Play the first 30 seconds of in the DMs.
What if you could taste the
I'll fucking add. I see. Damn, MF Doom fucking took that sample and really made it his own. Holy shit. I'm not saying that in a bad way, by the way. That sounds fucking like just as stunning as this does. Holy shit. Yeah, MF Doom always cooks with his samples. That shit sounded fucking amazing. Up next, we have the only other song I had heard going into this album. We have Cherish the Day. Damn, very punchy drums to start. Damn, that guitar, dude. Holy shit.
You're ruling the way that I move. This is my prayer.
Never thought Sade was actually a band. Wait, because you thought it was pronounced Sade. Are you sure you're not thinking of the band Suede? Because Suede is a band. And based on the fact that you thought Sade was pronounced Sade, you might be getting the two mixed up.
Ruling the way that I move.
Oh my god, dude. That resolution of that melody. You always thought Sade was just referring to... Wait, what? Wait, is this a band? Holy shit, Sade is a band. Really? I didn't... Wow, I always thought this was just a solo act. Sade is a band. Huh. That's an interesting revelation. I would have never guessed because I don't know. This feels a lot more like a solo act than it does a band. Okay. I didn't know that. It's just it feels a lot like a solo act, you know. And that's not to downplay what the band are providing here. This shit sounds fucking amazing. I don't know. There's something about the more simplistic nature of this. I don't know. Just always thought it was a solo act. It's literally a Tame Impala is just one guy moment. Yeah. Takes the space of No Ordinary Love and amplifies it 10 times. Honestly.
Show me how deep love can be. This is my prayer.
She performed this on Jay Leno's Tonight Show and it's just as exquisite. The shit live must be insane. Especially with how great these bass lines are. Getting to hear those live must be so fucking wild. Honestly, third 10 of the album here. It's rare that I hear albums as entrancing and intoxicating as this. I'm just fully locked in with this shit, dude. This album is playing to its strengths so well. It's not like the most adventurous thing on the planet, and it doesn't need to be, because it's doing such a great job at playing in this wheelhouse of smooth soul music. It doesn't really feel like it needs to add too much variety, you know? It's just 10 out of 10 bass lines with perfectly recorded drums, beautiful little guitar parts being thrown in here and there. The arrangements of these tracks being so carefully and meticulously crafted to make the pacing feel as watertight as it possibly could. And you have a generational talent in Sade as a vocalist as well. I genuinely don't even know what to say about this shit, man. All of these songs are incredible for all the same reasons. The album isn't getting stale. The album isn't getting boring. It's staying at that same level of quality. I have no complaints. I have no complaints about this shit. Genuinely. I am fully locked in, fully in love with this. Yeah, we continue. Next up, Pearls. Start off with the emotional strings.
There is a woman in Somalia scraping for pearls on the roadside. She cries to the heaven above. There is a stone in my heart.
God damn.
It hurts like brand new shoes. Pearls for her little girl. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Actually, a top 3 Sade song. Quite the 3-track run we went on. What a great, like, emotional peak for the album to reach here, dude. Holy shit. Every second of that was just hitting so damn hard. Like a gorgeous string arrangement, the little tiny extra details of added instrumentation just to, again, flesh out the atmosphere of this track were implemented beautifully. I think that the vocal performance here, the way that Sade finally gets to, like, truly just let loose and fully belt all the way across this track feels like a moment of emotional outburst, essentially. Something that feels so freeing and liberating. And it's so beautiful. Man, this track is just fucking beautiful. Equal parts beautiful as it is haunting and truly deeply saddening as well. I mean, fuck, man. It's an easy 10. I'm at a loss for words. Song actually left me speechless. It's not often that music can, like, genuinely leave me speechless, but that actually did leave me at a loss for words. I cannot fucking believe that song. Bulletproof Soul, down to the final 2. Damn.
I was so in love with you.
God, these fucking backing vocals, dude.
You kept on thinking you were the only one. Hit me like a slow bullet, like a slow bullet. You kept on thinking you were the only one. I know the ending for the story's been told. It's not that complicated, but you're gonna need a bulletproof soul.
I'm not bored. I'm really connecting with this one. I didn't talk once during that whole song today. Yeah, I was, it's been a long time since I've kind of felt an emotional connection with a song that deep. I don't even know where to begin. I genuinely, it's been such a long time since on a first listen with a track I felt that deep an emotional connection. Song fucking broke me. Not broke me to the point where I'm like here in tears or anything like that, but broke me in the sense that I just felt every single emotional wall come down throughout the course of that song, and it just seeped its way into my brain, and I found myself connecting to it in ways I didn't think I was going to be connecting to an album like Love Deluxe by Sade, you know? Like I found myself going down mental rabbit holes, thinking about shit that I, you know, hadn't even mentally tapped into in a long time while listening to this song, and it kind of just had me thinking about shit. The song genuinely had me like thinking about my life and things that I hadn't thought about in a while, and it had me emotionally reflecting on myself and events that have occurred recently, events that have occurred a while ago. Song kind of broke me a little bit. Yeah, I can't fucking believe how good this album is. I wasn't expecting this to be such like an emotionally kinetic experience, something that I was gonna have so much of a like a big actual genuine connection to. Unlistenable fade out. True, that brings the song down to a 0. But it's been a long time since I've connected to a song like that on a first listen. I can't even remember what the last song that had spoken to me that much would be. Holy shit, man. I'm kicking my ass. Sounds kicking my ass in the back half here. Damn, I don't want this to be over. I really don't want this album to be done. I cannot believe we're at the final song. This has been such a roller coaster of a listen. It like the album starts off as just like this smooth, suave, soulful, just like slick ass experience, and then the back half turns into this genuine emotional roller coaster that legit has like kind of touched me again in a way that I've not felt with an album in a very, very long time. Let's go. Final track, Mermaid. Yeah. In the top 30 on the Album of the Year charts, deserved indeed. Dude, I gotta be honest, I'm still fucking stuck on that previous song. I'm fighting back tears right now. I really, like, can't express, like, how much that song fucked with me. Like, genuinely, I cannot over-exaggerate how long it's been since a song has, like, really struck a chord with me like that. It's been so it's been years since I've heard a track that's just been able to like really like cut through in the way that song did, man. I'm still stuck. I'm still fucking thinking about it. Like I genuinely cannot believe how oh my dude. Like this is fucking torture. This is torture. I like it's been years, literal years, since I've been able to feel something this fucking powerful while listening to an album for the first time. Usually all of the emotions come through after multiple listens and I kind of get a full grasp of what the album is saying. It's very rare that a first listen with something that will do this to me. Is it like Grace? Grace hit me in the way it did because of events kind of surrounding my listen to Grace. That album, like I listened to it at a time where it was more like circumstantial. I don't think that had I just listened to that album, say if I listened to that album now, I don't think it would have that same level of effect on me on a first listen that this album is. I know this happens to other people too. I'm well aware, and I think it's just something I want to highlight that it's happening to me right now because it's been so fucking long since it's happened, and it's the fact that I'm capturing a moment like this on camera is, I feel like I want to really like highlight how special that is to me. This is important because it made me wait. What? That's not how I meant that to come across at all. I'm not saying it's important because it made me cry. I'm saying that what I meant was like it's important to me because music doesn't make me cry often. You know, like listening to something, dude. There are songs that I can go back to that I know I'll have that emotional connection to. But on a first listen for an album to bring me to where I'm actually like fighting back tears on camera. I didn't mean to say that the album as a whole in the grander scheme of music in general is going to be more important because it almost made me cry. I'm certainly not the best barometer for that sort of thing. I just meant more so that it's important to me that I can still uncover music like this that could do that to me. This closer is amazing. It's an absolutely beautiful instrumental settling down at the end of the album. It's a great way of just kind of calming the storm, the emotional storm that has been the previous few tracks, and having a moment of just reflection after this entire thing. It's 4.5 minutes of musical bliss and one of the most beautiful send-offs for an album like this I could ask for. I'd give that a high 9 to a 10. I don't want to talk about this fucking album, dude. I just got done listening to it and I'm still recovering. This album actually fucking took me places. The emotional journey that I went on with this thing, starting out as like, damn, this album is smooth as fuck. This is enjoyable as hell. This is like the most inviting album ever. This is just a slick ass soul album. And then the back half of the album kind of taking you on this emotional roller coaster, taking you to some of the deepest places of Sade's soul as she is bearing all of these very intense emotions in such beautiful descriptive detail in ways that connected to me in ways that like not many albums do, to be honest. Again, I know I fucking sat here and I've said it 20 times at this point, but legitimately it's been a good couple of years since on a first listen with an album I have had this much of an emotional reaction to it. I'm just in shock at how perfectly these pieces fit together. The fact that this album does minimalism so perfectly, maybe in the best way I've heard. This is minimalism done to perfection. It's every single song not being flashy, not being like the most musically complex thing on the planet. It's just these little rewarding bits of extra detail that's added to these tracks. A little bar where an acoustic guitar is brought in, a couple of bars of a saxophone, you know, just little things like that are rewarding for you being patient and letting this album build a strong atmosphere The flow of this thing is fucking immaculate. It's 9 tracks and 45 minutes, and it both feels longer and shorter than it is. Longer in the fact that these songs feel so substantive, like they are packed with more than their runtime would imply, and shorter because this thing flies by. I don't know what else to say. This is one of, like, the best albums that's, like, the most simple thing ever that I've heard. Like, this album isn't that complex. It's just emotionally direct, beautifully performed, with such care being put into the details, to the point where it builds an album that feels so incredibly rewarding, and one that I imagine is only going to be more rewarding on a further listen, knowing the kind of emotional trajectory that the album takes. I'm going to need to take a break after this. Yeah, for now, I'm going to say I'm feeling a high 9 to a 10 on this album. Yeah, it's been a long while since I've been left this speechless after an album. This was really good. I got no complaints, no notes, nothing. Yeah, I want to stop here and just confirm that my score for this album is a 10, quite easily a 10. After listening to this album and after doing the outro for this video, I took a little break from my stream and I sat in this chair and I just broke down in tears. I legit, for a good, 5 minutes, was just crying after how impactful of an emotional experience I have. And while it hasn't been quite that powerful on further listens, it still is able to draw some pretty powerful feelings out of me. It still is able to sound just as beautiful as it does. I'm still just as impressed and just as awestruck. Is that a word? Is awestruck? Or I don't know. It doesn't fucking matter. Still just as in awe of how great the production is, how beautiful of a vocalist Sade is, and just how engaging this writing is. Oh my god, this is such a well-written album, dude. Yeah, easy 10. This shit had me in tears for 5 minutes and made me have to stop my stream because I just emotionally was not ready to continue and listen to the other albums I was supposed to. Yeah, this album's fucking incredible. Listen to it if you haven't. Yeah, shit's incredible. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Let me know what you think of this album down below and how it compares to other Sade albums for you. Yeah, let me know what if you'd like to see me cover more Sade albums in the future, what other albums you'd like to see me listen to in the future in general. Like and sub if you haven't. We are on our way to 4K. Links in the description to my Discord, my album of the year, my Twitter, and my other channels. Check those out if you haven't. And I'll see you all whenever I next stream or upload. Bye bye.